Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is the Pop Culture Junkie here, and I wanted to share with you all my thoughts and predictions on the 2018 WWE Royal Rumble. Okay, we are only 2 days away for the 2018 Royal Rumble. It is Friday, January 26th, 2018, and on this Sunday it will be the 2018 Royal Rumble. Now, the Rumble itself is celebrating 30 years actually this year because 1988 was the very first Royal Rumble. So we go forward to today, that's 30 years ago. And I'm a huge fan of the Rumble. I've watched many of them live on pay per view. I've seen many tapes, and then I've even been fortunate to be at the actual Rumble event. I was at the 2017 Royal Rumble last year in San Antonio. Unfortunately, the pay per view was not that great. I didn't have as much a good time as I was hoping to have. Didn't care for the winner of the Rumble, of course, as many of you know. However, anyways, that is in the past, and we're looking forward now to this year's 2018 Royal Rumble. All right, so we're going to go over the match card. I'm not going to go into too much ramblings, as much as possible, at least. I know sometimes I tend to go on or maybe start venting, but we're going to try to avoid that this time. We'll see, and maybe not have such a long review or prediction video. So looking at the card right now, there are 6 matches announced for the show. Okay, they may have something else on a Kickstarter, pre-show, something or other. They may throw something out there last minute. Because obviously they're going to have a Kickstarter show, a pre-show, that kind of thing. They do that every year, and they're going to have something on there besides the panel talking and backstage interviews. They're obviously going to have at least 1 or 2 warm-up matches. I'm predicting they're going to do either some kind of 205 match, just a singles match, just for the heck of it. Maybe they'll do Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy again, even though they just gave that away as basically a really fast squash match on the Raw 25, which made no sense. Don't even get me started on Raw 25 as far as that the show itself. They had so much potential to make that show awesome, and they just really were focused on patting themselves in the back more than anything. But that's for another day to talk about. We're talking about the Rumble. So there's 6 matches announced for the Royal Rumble this year. We have 2 Rumble matches, the men's and the women's. We have the WWE World Heavyweight title match, we have the Universal title match, and then we have the tag title matches from SmackDown and Raw. That's it. All title matches and then 2 Rumble matches. And that's it, okay? Now, generally, there's only about 5 or 6 matches usually on a Rumble card, but in addition, there's also the Rumble match, which means this is going to be a long pay-per-view because generally the men's Rumble is an hour long. The women's Rumble should be just as long, right? It's going to probably be an hour as well. The pay-per-view is generally 3 to 4 hours, so those other matches, I'm not sure how much time they're going to be given. So let's start off at the bottom of the card here. Let's start off with the tag team title matches, okay? We've got a Raw and a SmackDown tag team title match. Let's start with the SmackDown one. SmackDown, you have the Usos going up against Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin. Now, this match is going to be a 2 out of 3 falls match. Now, I'm going to go ahead and say that Gable and Benjamin are going to win this match. There is, of course, Jey Uso was arrested last Sunday when he was in Texas. He got a DUI. I'm not sure if that's going to have anything to do with it or not, but we still haven't seen the Usos wrestle. They didn't wrestle on Tuesday. They just did a backstage segment. So we're not sure exactly how they're handling that. I mean, it's a DUI. I don't know how severe that is in as far as violating the rules with WWE, because we also have all the stuff going on with Enzo. We have the stuff going on with Roman. There's a lot of stuff going on right now in the media with wrestling superstars. So I'm not sure exactly how anything outside of WWE is going to affect the card. We already know, of course, there's no cruiserweight title match that was originally scheduled. Anyways, so I'm still leaning towards Benjamin and Gable winning the titles. Okay, they've had numerous title chances, so why not? Okay, 7th time a charm or whatever. So my money is going to be on Benjamin and Gable winning the match, and I'm going to say it's going to be 1 victory each, and then they're going to win the second victory. I don't think they're going to sweep it. Then we have Raw tag team titles. We have Chad Gable's former partner Jason Jordan teaming with Seth Rollins, defending the titles against the Bar of Sheamus and Cesaro. I don't see them breaking up Jordan and Seth Rollins just yet. I'm sure there's going to be some miscommunication. There was a little bit of a miscommunication on Raw whenever Rollins accidentally connected with a knee to Jordan, but I think that's just a little bit of a tease or a red herring. I think the bar is good, and I think they should be tag team champs. But I think they're going to have Jordan and Rollins keep the titles. They'll probably end up losing them on a Raw, and then go on to feud. Okay, next match we'll go to the Universal Title Triple Threat match: Braun Strowman, Kane against Brock Lesnar, the champion. Obviously, everyone's pretty much set with the mindset that Brock is going to win and Kane is going to take the pinfall, and we're just going to wait until Mania for him to lose the title to Roman Reigns. However, with all the stuff going on right now in the news about Roman Reigns being connected with a steroid allegations, I'm not exactly sure what is going to happen, because I still don't see them maybe doing anything to Roman yet until something really comes out that has ironclad proof that he is guilty of something. They may still even try to sweep it under the rug. I don't know. But especially with the history in the last 10 years dealing with steroids, I don't know how WWE is going to handle this. But I'm still going to say Brock is probably going to win. I would rather have Braun Strowman win and keep the title, go to Mania, and have a real feud against somebody else. Not Roman, someone else. I'm tired of seeing Roman versus Braun. We got enough of that last year. Kane, I think, is the one that's going to take the pinfall, and I'd be totally fine with Braun Strowman pinning Kane and Lesnar again, losing a title but not being pinned. Okay, he never lost the world title at Mania in that triple threat match where Seth Rollins cashed in because Roman got pinned. Okay, so Brock still wasn't pinned. So we're gonna go with Braun Strowman for the victory, though. That's my choice. Okay, we got the WWE Championship match, Handicap Tag Match. AJ Styles defending the title against both Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. I don't want to see AJ Styles lose the title at Royal Rumble again. He lost the title last year to Cena. I think AJ Styles needs a very long, lengthy title run. However, I would be very open to the idea of co-champions Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens because they're both very entertaining. Kevin Owens, I think, is one of the best talkers right now that they have. So I'm really up in the air about this, but I'm going to lean towards AJ Styles keeping the title. Okay, then we have the first ever women's 30 women Royal Rumble match. History making, right? Exactly, okay? Stephanie McMahon can't stop saying how, historical this is. And it is. I just wish Stephanie would get away from putting herself in front of that like it was her concept and her idea. No, get away. So, there are only actually about 17 women announced for this match right now. So there are still plenty of spots available for them to either pull from NXT or some legends or some women that were in the Mae Young Classic last year. So there's plenty of spots, and I'm sure there's going to be a couple of good surprises. I'd love to see, of course, like Lita, Trish, Victoria, Gail Kim, Molly Holly, I think is confirmed that she might be in there. Michelle McCool, there's rumor that she might show up. So there's lots of different stars from the past and current that could show up. I'd like to see several. Now, who do I think is going to win? I think, honestly, you can't have Asuka in the Rumble if she's not going to win, because she is undefeated. I know she's undefeated in singles matches, and she hasn't lost a match. She was NXT champion until she gave up the title. She didn't ever lose it, so she's still undefeated. But I think if you're going to have her in this match, she has to win. Okay, and I know there's a big rumor that Ronda Rousey might show up. I would be perfectly fine if Ronda Rousey shows up, but I don't think she should win the Rumble match itself, especially not the very first one for WWE. It should be a WWE superstar. And there's also a big rumor that Stephanie McMahon herself, she's going to be doing commentary from what I've just heard. She's going to be doing commentary during the match. And we know in the past, during the men's Rumble, they've had commentators such as JBL or Jerry the King Lawler or Taz even, doing commentary ringside, and then when the countdown counts down, all of a sudden their music hits, and you're like, wait a minute, King, you're in the Rumble? Yeah, he's getting in the ring. So there's that strong possible chance that Stephanie's going to do that. As long as she gets the quickest elimination, I'm fine with that, okay? If you want to be a part of this and get in there, fine. But she needs to get knocked out right away, preferably by Asuka or somebody big, okay? Somebody that can actually get a good rub from eliminating Stephanie. All right, so my vote for that is going to be Asuka for the Women's Rumble. All right, then the 30-man Royal Rumble match. Okay, this one is a very difficult one to call as well, because we also only have about 18 wrestlers confirmed for the match itself. Okay, there's a lot of big names, and then there's a lot of filler, like always. But I know a lot of people are looking at the Vegas numbers and such for odds, and yes, there's some interesting surprise numbers popping up lately. In my personal opinion, the way I see it going down, I see the final four in the ring are going to be John Cena, Randy Orton, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Roman Reigns. Okay, those are my final four that I think are going to be in the ring. I think Orton should be the first one eliminated out of those, and it should be Roman, Cena, and Nakamura. And then I think it should come down to Roman and Shinsuke Nakamura should be the winner, and then go on to face AJ Styles for the WWE title at Mania. I do not want to see Roman Reigns even in this Rumble match, but we know it's Vince's golden boy. He's going to be in there. He's going to be featured in there. He might even be the one that's in there for the longest time. He might come in at number 2 or 3. And I know in the past, when he's been in the Rumble, the crowd tends to turn on him, and they're in Philadelphia again this year, which makes no sense to have him even be near this arena or near this pay-per-view, because he is going to get booed out of the building as always. But I remember that year that he won the Rumble, there was numerous chants of Roman sleeping, because he was just laid out on the corner, or he got knocked out and went through the ropes and was laying out on the outside. And that's just something that's happened with him a lot in these Rumble matches and Survivor Series matches and so forth, where he's just out cold for a good while. So my money, again, I'm going to say those are going to be my final four, and I think the winner is going to be Shinsuke Nakamura. There we have it. That's my Royal Rumble 2018 predictions. Just wanted to share those with y'all. Want to know what you guys think, though. Leave me comments below. Remember, you can check me out on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And I will be live tweeting during the Rumble itself. So on Sunday, if you are on Twitter, go to Pop Culture Junk 2. That's me on Twitter. Follow me, and you can see everything I'm talking about, tweeting along. I'll be sharing my thoughts and opinions as the show is going live on the WWE Network. All right. Well, hey, thanks again, as always, for checking out the video content on the channel here. I hope everyone enjoys the Rumble, and I hope you enjoy the show itself. Hope whoever you pick to win is the winner. All right, guys. Till next time, this is the one and only Pop Culture Junkie. I'm signing out.